How to make money from writing. Starting your blog is a great way to share your thoughts and experiences with the world, and best of all, you can make money doing it. This guide will teach you how to start an online blog and make money through various methods such as affiliate marketing, sponsorships, and much more. So whether you are a stay-at-home dad looking for a way to make extra cash on the side or an aspiring entrepreneur looking to start your own business, this guide is for you. There are a few things you need to know before we get started. First, you'll need to choose a niche for your blog. This can be anything from fatherhood and parenting to fashion and beauty or even travel and lifestyle. Once you've selected your niche, it is time to start brainstorming some ideas for content. What kind of posts will you write? What kind of tone of voice will you use? Will you be sharing personal stories or giving advice? Where will you host your blog? These are all great questions to ask yourself before you start blogging. Finding your writing niche can be a challenge for many writers, but it's essential to find something that you're passionate about because that will make writing more enjoyable. It will also help you to focus your efforts and produce better content. Here are a few tips for finding your writing niche. Start by brainstorming all of the topics that interest you. Write down everything, no matter how small or obscure it may seem. Narrow down your list until you find a few topics that stand out to you. These are the topics that you should focus on developing further. Do some research on each of these topics and see what other writers are already saying about them. This will give you a better idea of the direction you should take with your own writing style. Try out a few different styles and see what feels most comfortable to you. And don't be afraid to experiment until you find something that really works for you. There are many different ways to come up with ideas for blog posts. You can start by looking at your interest or what you find interesting in the world around you. If you're not currently working on a project, try coming up with topics that vary in length and format. Some that take just a few minutes of research and writing time, and others that require more work, but can make for an excellent long-form article. No matter what you choose to write about, always make sure that you provide value and information to your readers. You want them to feel like they're getting something out of reading your blog, whether it's entertainment, education, or a new perspective. Then, once you have them hooked, they'll keep on coming back for more. Affiliate disclosure. I'm an affiliate for Jasper.ai, Legendary Marketer, Builderall, and many more companies. Likely, if a link directs you to a product or course, it is fair to say that I am an affiliate for that program or company. I am not a paid employee, and I may receive a commission if you click on a link or button on this page and choose to purchase something. This will have no additional cost to your purchase. You can be rest assured that I will only share things I believe in and will truly be of value to you. Finding the right tone of voice is key when it comes to blogging. You want to sound like you have authority on the topic you're discussing, but you also want to be relatable and personable. It can be a tricky balance to strike, but you'll be able to nail it every time with a bit of practice. One way to find your tone is to consider your audience. What do they want or need from you? What would make them feel engaged and interested in your content? Then tailor your tone accordingly and make sure that it remains consistent throughout all of your blog posts. Another thing to keep in mind is your own personal brand. How do you want people to perceive you? What kind of attitude do you want to project? Once you have a good idea of the image you'd like to put forth, make sure that your blog posts reflect that. A domain name is the address of your website on the internet. For example, our domain name is thejohnmichael.com and our blog name is Fresh Start. So when people type in thejohnmichael.com/feed, the person is brought to our blog. You can purchase your domain name through various companies such as GoDaddy, Namecheap, or Builderall. Once you have chosen and purchased your domain name, it is time to set up your hosting for your website. Your domain name should reflect the content you will be sharing on your blog. For example, if you plan to write about motherhood, you might want to choose a domain name like Mommy Blogger or The Happy Mommy. If you're writing about fashion, you might want to choose a domain name like Fashionista or Street Style. And if you're writing about travel, you might want to choose a domain name like Globetrotter or Wanderlust. Whatever your niche may be, try to choose a domain name that reflects the content you'll be sharing. And when choosing your domain name, it's a great idea to keep it short and sweet. and easy to remember. People are more likely to visit your website if they can easily remember your domain name. So avoid using long or complicated domain names. Now that you have an idea of what you want to write about, it is time to choose a platform for your blog. Of course, WordPress and Bitterall are two of the most popular platforms, but there are many others as well. After choosing your platform, it is time to find a web host. This company will store your website on their servers and make it available to the World Wide Web. Again, we recommend using Bitterall as your one-stop solution when it comes to making money online, but we would also recommend A2 Web Hosting as a close second. Of course, each web host has pros and cons, so be sure to do your research before making a final decision. Now it's time to set up your blog and create content. This process is usually pretty simple and straightforward, and most platforms will provide you a step-by-step instruction on how to do this. So where do you go from here? Below are outlined different ways you can benefit from online writing, specifically how you can be your own boss as a content writer. There are many other ways to build a living writing online. Creative writing skills are in demand for technical writers, personal essays, and even short stories, but it's up to you to find the best way to make money writing that you can. Because at the end of the day, you are a great resource in determining what writing career is best for you. So if you're looking to make money online from your blog, one of the most common ways is to make money online with your own website selling banner ads. This can be a great way to generate passive income, and it can also help build relationships with companies in your industry. Here's how to get started. First, identify the companies that you would like to work with. Then reach out to them and explain why you think their products would be a good fit for your readers. Be sure to include information about your traffic and engagement levels, as this will help them to assess whether you're a good fit for their needs. Once you've made contact, it's time to negotiate a rate and discuss payment. This will vary depending on your traffic and engagement levels, but it is important to remember that you are in control of the price. When looking for companies to provide your writing services to, it is important to do your research and identify those that are a good fit for you and your blog. Some things you may want to consider when choosing a company include their industry, size, and values. When cold pitching companies, you'll want to make sure that you are selling yourself and your blog in the best light possible. Start by explaining who you are and what your blog is about. Next, explain why you think their products would be a great fit for your readers. This can be done by highlighting what you have in common with the company and how your blog can help them to reach their target audience. Finally, be sure to include information about your traffic and engagement levels. This will show them that you are a valuable asset and help to increase your chances of getting hired. When negotiating a rate with a company, it is important to remember that you are in control of the price. It is important to be fair and remember that you are providing a valuable service. If a company is not willing to pay your asking price, be willing to walk away. There are plenty of other companies that would love to have you as a freelance writer. In terms of payment, most companies will either pay per project or per hour. It is probably best to get paid per project if you are just starting out. Once you have built up a good reputation, you can start charging by the hour. When you are a freelance writer, you might get paid in different ways. Sometimes people will pay you up front before you do any work, and other times they might pay you after the job is complete. Some people might even pay you per word that you write. No matter how you get paid, it is important to make sure that the client or company pays you on time. One way to make sure that you get paid on time is to ask for a deposit before starting your work. This way, if the client doesn't pay you for the rest of the money after you finish the job, at least you have something. It's also important to keep track of your invoices and make sure that you follow up with your clients who haven't paid you yet. You can do this by sending them a polite email or giving them a call. If you are consistently having trouble getting paid on time, you might want to consider finding new clients or companies to work for. There are a lot of opportunities out there for freelance writers. When it comes to getting paid, there are a few different options. The most common is PayPal. However, there are companies that will pay by check or direct deposit. It is important to find out the company's policy before you start writing for them. Advertising on your blog might be the answer to how to benefit from your writing skills as a freelance writer. By displaying ads from companies that are a good fit for your audience, you can make money while helping them to reach new customers and earn money online at the same time. This is not the only way of making money writing online, although. If you want a better chance to make money writing, it's important to create a social media presence. This means setting up profiles on all of the major website platforms and actively using them to share your content. But why is this so important? There are several reasons why being active on social media is essential for writers. First, it allows you to reach a wider audience with your content. By sharing your articles, essays, and other content on social media, you can expose them to more people who might not have otherwise seen them. Second, it helps you build connections with other writers and editors. The more connections you have, the more opportunities you have to get your work published. Finally, it helps you create a brand for yourself as a writer. When people see that you're an active and engaged writer on social media, they are more likely to trust your work and be more likely to hire you for freelance writing projects. Content creation on social media can include self-publishing articles, sample blog posts, sponsored images or infographics, and even how to get paid to write. By posting a variety of content, you can keep your readers engaged and interested in what you have to say. In order to make the most of your social media presence, be sure to use keywords that are relevant to your blog and your target audience. This will help you attract new readers and followers who are interested in what you have to say. To get the most out of your social media presence, it's important to monitor your efforts. This means tracking how many people are following you, how often your content is being shared, and what kind of feedback you're getting. This information can help you determine which content is resonating with your audience and which ones need more work. It can also help you fine-tune your social media strategy to make sure you're reaching your target audience. And remember that you can create a successful social media presence for your freelance blog by following these tips. By attracting new readers and followers, you'll be able to get more exposure for your work and increase your chances of making money from your blog. As you can see, there are many different ways to make money writing online. By using your creating writing skills, you can find a career that is perfect for you. And by following the tips in this article, you can make sure your social media presence is successful and helps you attract new readers and followers to your portfolio. So keep writing and stay determined. The payoffs could be well worth it. If you found this article to be helpful, or if you have ideas that may help others in the writing niche, please leave a comment below. And don't forget that there is more than one way to earn money online.